Willpower is the ability to easily do things we find challenging. And honestly, you're not going to get what you want if you don't build willpower. Society has made it okay to delay ourselves, and we wonder, why can I do this? Why is it so hard for me? Why am I lacking? Well, we have people being so lazy with their creativity, their passions, their workouts, their skincare, eating healthy, prioritizing themselves, and yet they feel like they are not good enough. It's ironic. People delay themselves until they feel the energy or motivation to do those things. And it's important to understand that there is uncertainty in motivation. You can't control when you're going to feel ready because it involves a lot of factors. Feelings are not constant. And while willpower is the ability to resist distractions and stay locked into our goals, even if it involves hard tasks that we don't want to do, we need to learn that we need to train it in order to be that way. And let's first discuss about ego depletion. Ego depletion is the idea that self-control drains your mental energy. Think of it this way. Every time you resist temptation, like eating a chocolate or making a decision like going to the gym, you're using up a little more of that energy. This theory was first introduced by psychologist Roy Baumeister. His research shows that after a long day of making choices and self-restraint, you are more likely to sleep, like eating junk food for dinner after a full day of eating clean. And this had happened to the best of us. In one of his studies, he actually made participants resist eating chocolate, but they were later worse at solving puzzles than those who didn't have to resist. All of this unconsciously right. It means the restraint you had the moment ago affects or increases the difficulty in making future decisions. Once you understand how ego depletion works, you can work around it. And first, you need to clarify and commit to your goals. In this part, let's be honest and write down everything you want to achieve. Keep those notes visible. It's very hard to justify just giving up because you'd only be lying to yourself. Keeping your goals close reminds you why you started in the first place. So I have perfected this by keeping in my head a visualization of the woman that I want to be. So every time I want to binge eat or skip my skincare, I think to myself that every decision I don't take, it's actually pushing away my own ideal self. And then you want to prioritize where your decision making matters the most. You have to decide which tasks need your full focus and let the small things go. So this way, you're saving energy for what actually moves you forward, and decision making will feel lighter for you and not mentally draining. So in this part, I want you to ask yourself, actually, what small decisions you could actually automate so you have more energy for what really matters. And this brings us to the next part, which is simplifying small decisions. If you plan ahead, you're actually saving energy for the decisions that truly require all your focus. So the small stuff, you can handle it before it becomes like a drain in your brain. You can do this by prepping your meals for the week, choosing your outfits in advance. The fewer decisions you leave for later, the more mental energy you'll have for the big ones. Something that I personally do is I think of a small task and I do it right away. Make the bed as soon as I wake up, fold the laundry as soon as it's done. That way I'm not carrying mental clutter, because then I can sit down and read a book or paint without my brain reminding me of 5 little things that I forgot to do. The second part is biology. Now this next part might sound a little technical, so stay with me please. Your physical habits directly affect your mental strength. But what does that actually mean? There's a region called the anterior midcingulate cortex. This area plays a huge role in decision making, self-control, and tenacity, which is your ability to stay determined when things get hard. In a very real way, this part of your brain dictates your personal evolution. Yes, you heard me right. So every time you choose discipline over impulse, you're not just being good, you're slowly rewiring your brain, helping it to be more focused and more resilient. And remember that early point, your body habits are fueling or draining your mind. You can choose balanced meals to have a stable blood sugar, to have a sharper thinking. Then you want to consider having a consistent sleep. We're talking about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. This is going to restore all your prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that controls planning and logic. And then here's a powerful shift in perspective. Just like you train your body to build muscle and strength, you can train your body to build willpower. Every act of discipline is a rep for your anterior midcingulate cortex, and the stronger it gets, the more unstoppable you become. A study made by Muraban and his team showed that people who practice small acts of control, like fixing their posture or using their non-dominant hand, actually increased their willpower in totally different areas of their life. So yes, it is actually about consistency. Like tiny daily effort is what leads to mental strength, not burning yourself out trying to do it all at once. And the last part, and the part that I'm really passionate about, is creativity. Here's something that most people don't actually realize, which is creativity isn't something you lose when you become disciplined. It actually evolves. And I understand that when you're locked into your goals, it can feel like you've lost the freedom or the chaotic part of yourself that is used to create, but that's not what actually is happening. You're just transforming yourself. Understand that growth doesn't kill your creativity, it upgrades it. It gives it focus, depth, and new strength. So when you build endless willpower, stop relying on inspiration to create. You move because you choose to move. And that's the difference between people who only dream and you who is actually building. And you don't lose yourself chasing your goals. You find yourself. You don't sacrifice the creativity for your future. You actually weaponize it. And endless willpower isn't about being a superhuman. Like, it's about building systems around yourself so you don't have to constantly fight yourself. You design your environment, your habits, and your mind so that self-control feels natural, not draining. So, what are you actually waiting for? And I want to end this topic by saying why I wanted to make this. I think this is the first video, like educational, you could say, because I believe endless willpower is something that every human must have. Your personality is going to guide you towards your goals and the things that you want to achieve in life. If your personality is creative, like mine, I really need to find a way to do my tasks without having that effort within me, because when I have a full day of making decisions, I lack with my art. I lack with the purpose that I have on making stuff, creating things, reading things, and actually giving a purpose to my brain, which is learning every time more and gaining knowledge. So I want to strengthen my brain in order to do tasks so they don't wait on me. They don't wait on my creativity, because my creativity needs a lot of attention and focus. So I want to be able to actually have power in that area of my life and not let the small things or the things that I should not be worrying about as a human being guide my life. We live in a capitalist country and we need to make money for it. So that's why I'm making videos. That's why I'm being constant with this. I'm doing this so it doesn't feel like it's something so heavy to do on the day. I'm just doing it as it comes to my mind, and I let it go. And it's a small thing, and I want to create a living off of this. That's why I'm putting attention on this, putting intention on this, attention and intention. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you want me to make more videos like this, please tell me. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.